Rana, Rana, Ranu, Rena,
Astronomical observatories existed in all parts of the ancient civilized world. The Chaldeans built astronomical towers called ziggurats, and on the upper platform of these towers they set up curious devices for estimating heavenly motion. Also, there is a remarkable observatory on the wall of the city of Beijing. The instruments are of cast bronze, fantastically ornamented with dragons and symbolic design. There is even a telescope without a lens or mirror, simply a hollow tube that assisted in isolating a single star for study. The great observatory at Jaipur in central India includes sundials more than 60 feet in height. There are also giant astrolabes and basins of marble marked with astronomical symbols. The keeper of this observatory, a distinguished Hindu savant, still uses the old instruments and was particularly pleased the day I talked with him because he had found a minor error in the British Nautical Almanac. The Egyptians studied the motions of the heavens by means of stone instruments. In Chichen Itza, one of the Mayan cities on the peninsula of the Yucatan, an astronomical observatory at least 1,000 years old has been discovered and reconstructed. This building is called the Caracol, the House of the Snail. This is because the interior of the central tower contained a spiral passageway resembling the structure of a snail's shell. The ancient Americas developed astronomy to the degree that the early Spaniards corrected their own calendar to conform with the astronomical knowledge of the Mayans. Whether the old astronomers had better eyes than the moderns, or whether in certain climates the atmosphere is more clear, is something which cannot be decided at this time. But one thing is certain. Without the aid of telescopes, the ancients anticipated a number of discoveries that we regard as comparatively modern. The Babylonians, for example, must have seen the rings of Saturn. When they drew pictures of this god, they showed him with a great ring about his body. They also knew the crescent form of the planet Venus, and there are indications to suggest they were aware of Jupiter's moons. The Tower of Babel itself was a Chaldean ziggurat. This was the tower that was to be built up to the heavens so that men could commune with the gods or the stars. The study of the heavens was originally inspired by a desire to discover the effect of the heavenly bodies upon the affairs of humans. All ancient astronomers explored the sky for divinatory purposes. It was not until the 17th century that astrology was generally renounced as the principal motive for astronomical research. The pantheon of most of the old religions include 7 principal gods and goddesses related to the planets. These planetary spirits were regarded as having peculiar dominion over mundane concerns. Mythologists have wondered why all religions are grounded in astrology. The question is, did the 7 gods first arrive in the human consciousness, and later these gods were assigned to the planets? Or did an observation of the number of planets visible to the ancients result in the creation of 7 divinities as planetary gods? All origins are obscure. We know very little about the twilight time of history, which preceded the dawn of organized thinking. Possibly we should search further into the subconscious process to discover the answers to our questions. Perhaps mythology itself would answer its own questions if we examined the fables with an open mind. The dream memory is the root of mythology and fables, and also the cause of humanity's intellectual impulse to learn and to know. This is the meaning of Plato's immortal words, "Learning is remembering."